arriving at Hässelby strand, I wanted to catch this train, which is departing. The train I was just on, the driver's announcing, I should say, on American, so I should say the operator is announcing everyone has to get off the train. So that usually means the train is going out of service. That way we can see the crossovers here. It's actually one crossover. There's another one that's out of sight on the curve. And then there's a switch going to that side track over to the right, which is essentially a layup track. So, yeah. So we may get a shot of this train leaving as well, because I suspect it's out of service and going back to the yard at Valley Beach. But I don't know. Anyway, this is Hässelby strand. And this again is a pretty simple station. Island platform, 2 tracks, although it does have that layup track on the side, which is now to our left. Concealed by the train. It's on track 1. I assume that layup track doesn't have a number, because the track where the train is on our left is track 1, and the track on the right, with the other train just departed from, is track 2. So, yeah. Anyway. So there are 2 ways to get out of the station. There's only one street exit, but you can either walk to the end of the platform and take the stairs to the elevator, or you can take this ramp that's in the middle. Basically, the departure board on this track is blank, and that reinforces my thinking that this train's out of service, although I have seen cases where they just don't bother to put the destination in the train until they get into the far cab to, at the departure end. So I'm not entirely sure, but that's my guess. So, well, I'm going to look at another thing over here. This is the timetable. A lot of these late evening trains that you see and overnight trains have footnotes that tell you they don't always run. So, yeah, it's a bit of an odd timetable. But anyway. Yeah, I think he's going to, I think those 2 ladies up the end of the platform are puzzled about why they can't board that train. But I'm expecting it to depart in a, very, very shortly. We'll see. Yeah, if you look, there's the board says there's a train to High on that side in 7 minutes. So yes, this train is not in service. So, I don't know how long he needs to start this up. Oh, there's another train coming in, which we can film. This is the one that will be leaving in 7 minutes. One thing I did mention this was the terminal, but this is what it looks like at the terminal, if you can see that, the bumper post and everything. So, yep. Yeah. So. Still living in this. Oh, he's. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. He's waiting for a green signal. He's got the crossovers and everything down there, so it's time out. Oh, now he's got a double green. Since he's still doing a diversion route. And he's up. There we go. Yep, that's pretty much what I figured. Okay. There's the terminal on this side. You see both track 1 nearest the platform and that layup track on the outside. So, yeah. You might think the line can't be extended because of the building that's there. That building wasn't always there. It's relatively recent. The line can't be extended because about 350 meters away is Sweden's 5th largest lake, which is called Mälaren. And that makes it difficult to really extend the line, even if that building is not there. Also, if you see that tall building there, that's also sort of in the way. But yeah, so extending this line is not really an option. So, ticket hall. We can head outside, and per usual, when we come back in, we'll take a look at some of the art. These doors are clever. Sweden does not know how to do automatic doors, if you ask me. Either they open when you're nowhere near them, or you have to practically slam your nose into them to get them to open. They don't seem to be able to adjust them to a happy medium. Anyway, so this is what's outside the station. Not just a whole lot. Directly in front of us is a church. That is a Hemköp, which is a grocery store. Over there's an apotek, which is a drugstore or pharmacy, and STC is a gym, I think. There's a restaurant over there. There's a hair salon here. A couple of kiosks here. Flowers and everything. So yeah, you know, that's kind of it. So we can go back in and get a gander at the art that's in here. You might think this is part of the art, the way the elevator is decorated, and you'd be right. I really love that metal treatment above the elevator. Let's see. The artist has been inspired by teleportation, a concept of quantum physics that involves light particles, so-called photons, being transported without any time elapsing. Imagine if you could move from here to Farsta strand instantly. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, so that's, okay, I used to live here for about 6 months, and so that's what these glass mosaics are on the ramp. Okay, very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So it's, I didn't realize these were supposed to be animal parts. That's kind of gross, but the tile's pretty. So, I like it, but now that I know what it's supposed to represent, I'm afraid I feel it's a little more gruesome. I'm not sure I like it, but anyway, yeah. So, yeah. So, I don't know that there's just a whole lot more to say about Hässelby strand. So, I think I'll wind this up and maybe catch that train, we'll see. So, anyway, once again, thanks for being with me. And the next station, I believe, is Farsta. But we will see. I may be misremembering, but I believe our next station is Farsta. But anyway, whatever the next one is, I'll see you there. Thank you.